In this video, we're going to be discussing the main differences between living in Georgetown, Texas and living in Liberty Hill, Texas. If that's something you're interested in or you want to know more about, stay tuned. All right, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jay, this is Wayne. We're the Brandis Properties Group. We're both licensed agents in the state of Texas, and we love making these videos for you guys, but what we love more is to hear from you guys. If you want to give us a call, text, email, nights, days, weekends, doesn't matter. Our information's in the description below. Please click subscribe, hit that notification bell, and what?
Smash that like button.
Smash that like button. That being said, guys, we are the guys who answer those calls and texts, so reach out anytime. Let's get this thing going. Alright guys, the moment you've been waiting for. Liberty Hill versus
Georgetown.
That was weak, wasn't it? Alright, anyway, I'm just playing, Wayne. I'm just playing.
Okay, I'll start it off.
Yeah.
We can talk about the corridors. Liberty Hill feeds to 183 going down south to Austin, and then Georgetown on the other hand feeds to 35 going down south to Austin as well.
Similar commutes, but very different at the same time.
Yeah, I-35 can really be a nightmare
Yes.
when it's backed up. So can 183, but 183 has a toll road to it. 183A is what they call it. So if you want to spend the extra buck to get there quicker, then there's that for you.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the key differences between the two. Yeah, 35 has just gotten worse and worse and worse, and 183 has like pockets of a 35 feel. That's a good way to describe it, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. One of the other differences you're going to find is the properties are different. So Georgetown is east and west of IH-35, and most of the properties that are east of IH-35 have like it's expansive clay soil. So you're going to find a different type of terrain in Georgetown that you don't find in Liberty Hill, because Liberty Hill's west of Georgetown, so you're going to be more of the rocky hill country feel. Georgetown is very spread out, and it's way more spread out than Liberty Hill is at the moment. I mean, Liberty Hill is up and coming, whereas Georgetown has been established for many years. So you're going to find, you're going to find a lot more going on and a lot more to do in Georgetown.
Yeah, and parks. There's a lot more parks in Georgetown than there is Liberty Hill.
Yeah. Bigger parks too.
Yeah, nice parks.
Big parks.
You mentioned like car dealerships and shopping and stuff like that you won't really find in Liberty Hill.
Yeah, if you're living in Liberty Hill, you pretty much drive to Georgetown to shop. Like Wolf Ranch Shopping Center has a lot. There's several car dealerships in Georgetown along IH-35. There's nothing in Liberty Hill at the moment. So living in Liberty Hill, you're either going into Cedar Park or you're going into Georgetown for most of your shopping needs. Leander has some of it, but Leander's doesn't have as much of it as like Cedar Park and Georgetown.
Yeah, but Leander does have that mall coming in the future.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. A lot of this stuff is coming with the growth. There's a lot of new stuff coming in pretty much everywhere. Like the difference between Georgetown and Liberty Hill is Liberty Hill has more space for that stuff to come in. There's more expansion going on because of the amount of space available. It's just that's what it comes down to.
There's a lot of land to develop.
Exactly. Georgetown has a lot of older established neighborhoods, and you'll find more either like farm and ranch that some of them have been there for a while, or you'll find new communities in Liberty Hill. And when I say new, you're looking at the last 8 to 10 years or less.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you also talk about like Liberty Hill being growing and having that explosive growth, rather compared to like Georgetown where it's already established, so it's going to have more of a minimal growth compared to Liberty Hill.
Right. Georgetown's filling out the spaces between its boundaries. Liberty Hill's pushing out its boundaries.
Yeah.
It's kind of how it looks on if you were to drive around and look at it. Another thing about the size of the schools, Georgetown has a lot more schools in it. They're different areas of town, different schools that feed in. They have several high schools. Liberty Hill's only got one. It's just, and I can see that changing at some point. It's just Liberty Hill's not there yet.
Yeah. It's still, not its baby steps, but it's getting there, you know.
What do you think about affordability? Sort of similar.
So yeah, I think they're pretty similar.
But I would say as far as similar property types, Georgetown's going to be more expensive.
Yeah.
So if you took the same ranch in Liberty Hill and put it in Georgetown, Georgetown is probably going to cost a little bit more. You take this neighborhood community, pop it in Liberty Hill, pop it in Georgetown, Georgetown's going to be a little bit more.
Yeah. But Georgetown does have a low tax rate as well in itself.
And Liberty Hill's not terrible on taxes either, but Georgetown does have some areas that are more focused on having that low tax rate.
Yeah.
You'll find more things in Georgetown like Sun City. It's a 55+ community, and it's a huge community, guys. Huge. You're not going to find that in Liberty Hill. Not yet. There may be plans for it in the future, but it's not here yet.
Yeah. They have a nice golf course in there in Sun City.
Yeah. Georgetown, you're going to have, it's a lot closer and more access to the lake. Lake Georgetown is there. Liberty Hill, you can still access all these things from Liberty Hill, but you're driving to it. You're driving 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Whereas in Georgetown, it's there. Yeah, it's there for you.
You're already there.
Georgetown does, with more going on, they do tend to have a little bit more congestion around some of those shopping centers, and some of the, like IH-35 does seem to have a little bit more traffic, but that's only because of there's a lot more there.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. If you guys want to know, you're probably wondering, like, okay, well, some of these sound good, some of these sound bad. I would say if you're looking for the smaller town feel, Liberty Hill's the place to go. And if you're willing to deal with the growth, because at some point, Liberty Hill will be very similar to Georgetown, and they'll be very close in size, and
won't be that small town.
It won't be that small
what
town
we're talking about right now anymore.
Yeah, and that could be years down the road, guys. But they are building schools. They've put in like 4 or 5 schools in the last 5 years, so it's growing. It's growing. But yeah, there's I mean, if you're looking at overall feel, the two towns feel different. They've got a different feel to them. Liberty Hill has it's very much a calm
relaxed,
hill country
kind of vibe.
Yeah, and in Georgetown, it has a nice feel. It tends to feel more historic. There's a college in Georgetown. Southwestern University is in Georgetown. Older college, and it's cool to look at. If you guys are into like the historic feel, you like the older Victorian style homes, you can find that kind of stuff in Georgetown. You're not really going to find that in Liberty Hill. It's more ranch. It really is more farm and ranch.
Acreage.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And you can still get a little bit of that in West Georgetown, but it's not as much. It's harder to find. It's harder to find. They're starting to put in, they have been putting in new developments there for the past several years. So there's a lot of housing. There's a lot more availability in Georgetown as far as housing goes. Liberty Hill's still kind of limited because of it's just not grown out yet. And I say that a lot. I keep saying that. But if you come out to the area and you kind of drive around, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, and you'll be like, that's what he meant. So, yeah, other than that, I mean, those are kind of the key points. If schools are super important to you, you could look at greatschools.org and get some reviews, and niche.com, niche.com is also a great resource for information on both the cities, schools, and all the different people leave reviews. You get their honest reviews. I've spent a lot of time in Georgetown, never lived there, but I live close to it in Round Rock, and it was like Georgetown was kind of a little bit more low-key than Round Rock, and we can do a Round Rock versus video at some point, and that'll be for cities that are next door to each other. There's a lot of differences there, but at the moment, you want farm and ranch, you want space, you want to pick up a big piece of land, build on it later, you'll have better luck in Liberty Hill.
Yeah.
If you want to get into something that's more established, I'd say Georgetown. Georgetown's your bet.
For sure.
When we were at the square, what was your favorite? What does it feel like to you when you go down into the square?
Well, there was a lot of people out.
Yeah.
At the square. But man, that pizza spot was so good.
Oh, that was good. 600 degrees, guys.
In Georgetown.
600 degrees in Georgetown is a great place to stop in and get. And when I say slice of pizza, it's bigger than your face. It's bigger than your face.
Yeah. Just the historic feel. It's cool. They have some like monuments downtown, and
yep, a lot of history in Georgetown.
Yeah.
A lot of history. Yeah, downtown Georgetown, more to do, more places to eat. Liberty Hill's adding places to eat, and they're good
Slowly,
places.
Surely.
Good places to eat. But Georgetown, even with the ones that they're adding right now, Georgetown will still have more. So, I mean, they've got a bowling alley down there. They've got a huge ice cream bar. They call it an ice cream bar. Go in there and have an ice cream that's like that big and all kinds of stuff inside it. More gyms, those kinds of things in Georgetown. Just the overall conveniences. There's just more in Georgetown.
All right, guys. Hope you found this video helpful. Talking about Georgetown versus Liberty Hill. What suits your needs more. Excuse me. But we love making these videos for you guys. We love hearing from you too. So call, text, email us anytime. Down there in the description. Like this video, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell.
Smash the like button. Smash the like button.
Yeah, for when we release our next video. Until next time, catch you later.